Good morning. Good morning, Sunny. And welcome back to another adventure in my uncle's world in a new series, Forgotten World. It's me, yours, your local half-wolf angel, the Mr. DJ Dog Boy. And in this adventure, I am going to make a Pac-Man minigame, but first, I need to eat my cake. Yes, eat my cake. Glub, 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 glub. Yum, delicious. But now, I need to rush it off with some milk. Get it down my throat with some milk. Now here, as you can tell, I've added a second floor, another floor, to my house. With my new bedroom. And we're just going to take some cow's milk. Whoops. And there we go. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, delicious. Alright, Sonnies. We have another job to do. I am going to use my all-powerful staff after I get down here, or maybe before, to switch my game mode to creative mode. You know what I mean, creative mode. Anyway, hippos, how's your days been doing today? You guys ready for an adventure? Alright, let's begin. Another thing I changed is I brought my dog from my Uncle Stampy's house to this house, or my new house. And if you're wondering why my roof is changed, I found this real potion. Anyway, switching game mode! Ah! Okay, Sonnies, heroes, my game mode has been changed. Now, let's get the supplies so we can build the Pac-Man minigame. And you can feel free to follow along, because you see I'm the only one left in this world. Everyone's missing. So you know, I'm going to build a minigame that you can build in your own world, in the overworld. So I hope you all enjoy. This is the building of this new minigame. The Pac-Man minigame, based on the Pac-Man arcade game. Yeah, there, Sonny? And another thing, I will pop in from time to time from the music to give you details you might need to know. But for most of the building, music will be played in the background. And if you are curious, this is episode 2 of my Lovely World continuation. Enjoy! There's a traitor here. You know, there's somebody you should probably not tell what I'm about to do. Do not tell Mug Swamp. You know, the super flat guy. Do not tell him what I'm doing to these traitors and his llama. Cause he'd probably be mad, even if it's not the default game trader. Okay, I have a problem. Ever since my uncle left, this guy has been popping up non-stop. He only appears at night, and he's apparently showing those portals that led to that one place where my staff that I have now was hidden. I am getting very annoyed. Like, who is this guy? What's he doing here? Like, I did leave. This ain't your world. Leave. Okay, if you didn't know, we are building a maze. And once you build the walls, you can build the maze in any way you want. So yeah, just build the maze in any way you want. Yeah, we're gonna continue building. Once the maze is done, I'll cut back. Let's just quickly change the time back to day. It's easier for me to build in the day, you know? So as you can see, I'm doing this little light pattern because another of my videos is now available on Bedrock. I need to be careful about lighting. So this is a pattern I'm going to do in it to give it a bit of lighting on the roof. So this is a little detail you might want to know. So back to the music. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of me talking to explain how this works. You see, there's gonna be a door that opens in the minigame for the Pac-Man to go in and start finding these those light things with levers on them, and you flip the lights on. There's gonna be 3 in the game, and those are like the dots you collect. And once the door opens, a trap door will open for the ghost to go in from the top, in a part of the maze. So that means it's available, and you can hop in. The ghost can hop in. You can put the maze wherever you want. That's why in this recording, if I color the maze, it doesn't really matter, because how the maze and where the trapdoor for the ghost goes, it's all up to your opinions for how you want to do it with your friends. So you can have your friends redo it for when you go to be the Pac-Man, so it's not you, the one who created it. I'm just giving you ideas, something fun to do in your Minecraft world. But yeah, that's the basic idea. You can probably follow along with this music and watch what I'm doing for a basic idea of what you need to do. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and back to the music. Okay, so here's what we're doing next. Take an item frame and put a sword in there. It can be any level of your choice. And a sword is what you give the ghost to chase the Pac-Man with to make it more of a challenge. I hope you enjoyed, and bye!